Well, hello everybody. Y'all see me, I see y'all. It's my favorite day of the week, and I know it's y'all's too, because it is time for a new episode of Tuesday Talks with Tiff. Just want to start off always as saying I hope that everybody's having a good Tuesday. Everybody had a good long extended weekend, and we back on the grind. So let's get this going. So look, I've been sitting on this subject, this post that I saw about a month and a half ago. And I've been waiting and waiting to talk about this, but I had to get some good perspective. So I had to write down what it said because the post is posted on Facebook and Instagram. But of course I can't bring it up into the camera. So I'm going to, it's not going to be exactly what it says, but I mean, y'all going to get the gist of it. Okay. So I'm coming to y'all with a subject on unrealistic expectations. And I mean this in relationships. So I'm going to read to y'all what this post said, and I want to get y'all advice on it, okay? So the post said, when a man proposes with an expensive engagement ring, y'all heard what I said. When a man proposes with an expensive engagement ring, a woman shall honor his proposal by saying yes, but also by clearing up all of her debts before they enter into marriage. Okay? I'm going to repeat that one more time. When a man proposes to a woman with an expensive engagement ring, that she shall honor him by not only saying yes, but also by clearing up all of her debts before she enters into marriage. Now, I will start off by saying this was written by a man. I know who the man is who wrote it, but the thing about it is, so I'm gonna give y'all my 2 cents, and I want y'all to give me y'all. So this is where I'm coming from: unrealistic expectations. Okay. Whew. So when I read this kind of disturbed my spirit a little bit. Not just because I'm a woman, but just I think it's the expensive ring part for me. So I'm only staying on what was said. So I don't know the questions about, well, how much did the ring cost? How much debt? I don't know all of those questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all of those answers because that's not what was said on this post. This is what was said. So because a man gives a woman an expensive engagement ring, that she needs to clear up all of her debts after she says yes in order to go into marriage with him. So for me, for Tiffany, it's sounding like I need to clear up my debt so I can help you with yours. Now, I believe as people get married, when you're in a relationship, because you should be in a relationship with them before you're actually getting married, that finances will be discussed. You know what I'm saying? I think, as you guys are dating and in relationships, you guys have kind of talked about what debts you got going on, whether that's student loan, whether it's credit card. Anytime you go to finance anything, whether it's a house, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a car, you're in debt. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that life is without debt. It just depends on how much debt you got. And majority of us 80s babies, we have student loans. Some of our student loans have been written off. Some of us are paying on them. Some of them are in default. But what I'm just saying is, a lot of us come with debt. With the way this economy is today, we trying to stay afloat. These are not the bills and stuff that our parents and parents was paying. You know what I'm saying? We living in real times right now, okay? Where it takes about 8 folks for you to be able to keep $1 in your pocket, in your home, okay? So to me, like I said, because it was written by a man, it just seems like unless you're dealing with a man that's rich, and I'm talking about rich, that's walking in, and I'm just going to use the example because it's my favorite store with the blue box because it's my name. So let's just say a man goes out and gives you a $20,000 Tiffany engagement ring. Let's just say he does that, Is that man paying for that ring out of pocket? Now I know if this man coming with money, if he rich, if he got a little bit, or if some of these men that are out here that are, you know what I'm saying, not living the paycheck to paycheck because they ain't got no household to deal with and all this other stuff. So they probably just got money in their pocket. So if they're paying for that out of pocket, I'm not trying to say that that's something that a woman can't do. But majority of these engagement rings are being financed, okay? So that means that man going in there and he's financing that woman's engagement ring, okay? And that's okay. So why do I have to clear up my debts fast in order to marry you? If that's what this person that wrote this and people who are common are thinking. Because isn't that man in debt too? So who's helping who? This is why things need to be discussed. So my answer to that question, because it really wasn't a question, it was a thought. But where it, riled me up in the inside, where this Taurus felt like I wanted to buck a little bit, was that as boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, woman and man, my old lady, my old man, or whatever you are, before you enter into marriage, finances should be discussed. So that way I know what we're coming into, what are we not? Because what if I came in and said, well, since you gave me that expensive engagement ring, is all of your child support payments up to date? See, some of the folks don't want to talk about those things because men be having debts as well too that they can't get rid of right away. So what, you gonna wait for 10 years until my student loan payments are done before you actually marry me? So here we go with this engagement ring for 10 years, but I got this big expensive rock on my hand. Those are unrealistic expectations. Talk about what works. I've said it before in other Tuesday Talks with Tiff. Whatever works in your relationship works in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it should be some just major one-way post to just say, well, women are doing this and men are doing this 50-50 and 100. If whatever works for you, if it works for you, you keep that between you and your mate. But to sit up here and say that a woman should finish all of this just because you give me an expensive engagement ring, I'm not about to help you pay it off. Like I said, unless you just marrying rich, and I don't know how expensive it is, so that's why I just said maybe a Tiffany's $20,000, maybe a Cartier $10,000. I don't know what expensive is, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, if that's the way that it's looking, then make sure that man's debts is paid off too. Now, we ain't going tit for tat, but what it's going to be is, my debts is my debts, your debts is your debts. We need to talk about it. And if financially we ain't able to do it, then maybe we shouldn't get married. But why would you go put yourself in all this debt for an expensive engagement ring if you know you can't afford it? So at the end of the day, stay in your lane. But for the men's out here that kind of think like this, because this little subject was off the chain, I was like, wait, what? Nah, bruh. I'm just saying, if I'm working on paying off my stuff, you working on paying off y'all stuff, then we can do that. But because you give me an expensive ring, I'm supposed to hurry up and skedaddle and do that. No. We're living in unrealistic times, and those are unrealistic expectations at this moment. If my credit is good, I'm paying off things that I'm supposed to, and I'm doing the things that I need as a man and a woman, and he's doing the things that he's doing, then together we should be able to see that we each can handle what we got going on. And that's just my bottom line to it. So y'all let me know. Comment, DM to me. Let me know what y'all think about this. On TikTok, I can't post the post to my actual comments or page, but on Facebook and Instagram I will, so y'all can see it, just so y'all can see what was said. So comment, DM me, just let me know what y'all are thinking about this subject. Should a woman clear up all of her debts because her man gives her an expensive engagement ring? Talk to me nice, y'all. Until next Tuesday, see ya. Have a good week.